stand for the arrival of the bride and the bridal party.
I'll nudge you.
Cool.
When do you want to nudge you? When she comes to the back of the seat? Okay.
Down the steps.
Down the steps? First look, then and then another look, and then look round, and then another look. Yep.
I walked across an empty land. I knew the pathway like the back of my hand. I felt the earth beneath my feet. Sat by the river and it made me complete. Oh, simple thing,
There you go.
where have you gone?
Thank you.
I'm getting tired and I need someone to rely on.
Lovely.
I came across a fallen tree. I felt the branches of it looking.
You might have to breathe in a bit to let your bridesmaids through.
Is this the place we used to love? Is this the place that I've been dreaming of?
Please sit down, everyone. Do you want to pop your flowers on here?
I'll tell you. What do I do? Put a tread on it would be good.
He can't fit around you with your dress. Okay? Excellent. Do you need a tissue? Are you all right? Do you need a tissue?
No, I'm fine. I've got a handkerchief. Be fine.
Anyone else need a tissue? Good afternoon, everyone. And on behalf of Peter and Kate, it is my pleasure to welcome you to Notley Tythe Barn for this very special occasion. All weddings take place in a framework of family and friends, and you are the very special people that Peter and Kate have chosen to be with them on this memorable day, to share their happiness, to witness their marriage vows, and to celebrate with them the beginning of their married life together. May I first introduce my colleague Una Vince. Una is the registrar here today and is here to ensure that all the legal requirements for marriage are met, to observe the legal vows being exchanged between Peter and Kate, and to complete the legal paperwork. My name is Claire Thompson and I'm a Deputy Superintendent Registrar for Buckinghamshire. We're both delighted to be here today to take part in your marriage ceremony. It's a real pleasure and a privilege to be conducting your marriage today. Now, some of you may remember when you could only get married in a church or a registry office. And the change in laws in 1994 resulted in couples being able to choose venues such as this for their ceremonies. This barn is a beautiful example of the type of buildings that were found across the local countryside hundreds of years ago. It dates back to the 12th century. Notley Tythe Barn is a listed medieval building and is thought to have been originally the barn of Notley Abbey, which you can just about see over the tree line in the distance. And that was founded by Sir Walter Gifford, who was the Earl of Buckingham, in about 1160. So this has all been around for quite a long time. The Reynolds family have farmed here at Notley for over 300 years. And during the past few years have beautifully restored this barn so that it provides an elegant and historical venue for a marriage ceremony. And today we are here to celebrate the marriage of Peter and Kate. We have got one reading today that Peter and Kate have chosen, and Natasha's going to come forward and read that for us.
A Blessing for a Marriage by James Dillett Freeman. May your marriage bring you all the exquisite excitements a marriage should bring, and may life grant you also patience, tolerance, and understanding. May you always need one another, not so much to fill your emptiness as to help you to know your fullness. A mountain needs a valley to be complete. The valley does not make the mountain less, but more. And the valley is more a valley because it has a mountain towering over it. So let it be with you and you. May you need one another, but not out of weakness. May you want one another, but not out of lack. May you entice one another, but not compel one another. May you embrace one another, but not out-encircle one another. May you succeed in all important ways with one another, and not fail in the little graces. May you look for things to praise, often say I love you, and take no notice of small faults. If you have quarrels that push you apart, may both of you hope to have good sense enough to take the first step back. May you enter into the mystery, which is the awareness of one another's presence. No more physical than spiritual, warm and near when you are side by side, and warm and near when you are in separate rooms or even distant cities. May you have happiness, and may you find it making one another happy. May you have love, and may you find it loving one another.
That's beautiful. Thank you very much, Natasha. Now, you two are getting married. I'm sure you could sit a little bit closer.
I can't.
You can't get into your with your dress.
Okay. Isn't told us it.
Peter and Kate, this day and your marriage is very special to you and will give your two individual lives a strength and purpose, which will unite your commitment to each other. The vows you are about to make will join your chosen lives together, and the life you agree to share will bind all of your hopes and aspirations for the future. Marriage is about commitment, cooperation, friendship, and mutual respect, working together through the everyday tasks and challenges of life. Marriage is where each partner cares for each other and supports them in all that they do. Marriage is also intended to provide love, friendship, help and comfort for each other, both in times of joy and in times of sorrow. Peter and Kate have found in each other happiness, fulfilment and love, and today you two have chosen to publicly affirm the commitment to the strength of your relationship by offering each other the security that comes from legally binding vows, sincerely made and faithfully kept. I'm going to ask you to both stand, please. You all right? Time to do a bit of work.
Okay, ready?
I would like you both to declare the full names by which you are known today, starting with my groom. What is your full name?
Peter David Greenoff.
Peter, do you freely and willingly enter into marriage today with Kate?
I do.
Correct answer.
Thank you.
And to my bride, what is your full name?
Kate Susan Morby.
Kate, do you freely and willingly enter into marriage today with Peter?
I do.
Also the correct answer. Before the marriage ceremony takes place, I have to address you all with the following rather formal words. The place in which you are now met has been duly sanctioned according to the law for the celebration of marriages. We are all here today to witness the joining in marriage of Peter David Greenoff and Kate Susan Morby. If any person here present knows of any lawful reason why this marriage should not be entered into, they should declare it now. I think we're all right. Kate and Peter, today you will exchange vows which will unite you in marriage. These words are a formal and public pledge of your love and a promise of lifelong dedication to each other. Before you are joined in marriage, I have to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the vows that you are about to make. Marriage in this country means the union of two people voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. I'm now going to ask each of you in turn to declare that you do not know of any legal reason why you may not be married to each other. So starting with my groom, could you repeat after me? I declare that I know of no legal reason why I, Peter David Greenoff, may not be joined in marriage to Kate Susan Morby. I declare that I know of no legal reason why I, Kate Susan Morby, may not be joined in marriage to Peter David Greenoff. Perfect. Now the solemn moment has arrived for Kate and Peter to take their marriage vows. So may I ask you all to stand if you are able to and support them while they do this. Firstly, may I ask, who gives this lady in marriage to this man?
I do.
Would you take her left hand and pass it over to Peter? Your dress is too big. Lovely, thank you. Any words of wisdom at this point, or save them for later?
I've got lots, but we're not here all afternoon.
That'll be later then. Right, you are getting married now, so stand and face each other. Hold both hands in both. Thank you. Kate and Peter came together as friends. Today, they pledge to each other not only their love, but also the strength, warmth, and most importantly, the joy of true friendship as they make their marriage vows before you all here today. The vows you are about to make will join your lives together, and they are probably the most important words you will ever say to each other. So could you please repeat the following words after me, and we're going to start with you, Peter. I, Peter David Greenough.
I, Peter David Greenough.
Take you, Kate Susan Morby.
Take you, Kate Susan Morby.
To be my wedded wife.
To be my wedded wife.
I promise to support you.
I promise to support you.
With love and friendship.
With love and friendship.
I will be your partner and friend for life.
I will be your partner and friend for life.
Perfect. And now you, Kate. I, Kate Susan Morby.
I, Kate Susan Morby.
Take you, Peter David Greenough.
Take you, Peter David Greenough.
To be my wedded husband.
To be my wedded husband.
I promise to support you.
I promise to support you.
With love and friendship.
With love and friendship.
I will be your partner and friend for life.
I will be your partner and friend for life.
Perfect. Would the guests please like to take a seat, but you two remain standing.
So have you. So have I.
It is a long tradition in this country that a marriage is sealed with the giving and receiving of a ring. The wedding ring is the unbroken circle symbolising unending and everlasting love. It is the outward sign of the lifelong promise that these two have made to each other. And I'd like to invite Oscar to come forward to present the rings. So Oscar, could you come and stand by Peter's side if you've just dropped hands for a moment?
Yeah.
Just push the chair back out of the way a little bit so you're not in the way of that. So Peter, could you take Kate's ring, please?
Thank you.
I told you it would be easier if you took it out, didn't I? Just close the box up a minute. Hold the ring on the tip of her finger and repeat after me. Kate, I give you this ring.
Kate, I give you this ring.
As a sign of my love.
As a sign of my love.
And as a symbol of our marriage.
And as a symbol of our marriage.
And now push it all the way on.
There we go.
Bit of teamwork there. We on?
Is that okay?
Perfect.
I got it right.
Right, Oscar, could you go around to Kate's side now? And Kate, if you could take out Peter's ring and hold that on the tip of his ring finger and repeat after me. Peter, I give you this ring.
Peter, I give you this ring.
As a sign of my love.
As a sign of my love.
And as a symbol of our marriage.
And as a symbol of our marriage.
And now push it all the way on. That one went on more easily.
Yeah.
Well done, thank you. Thank you very much, Oscar, well done.
Thank you, Oscar.
Okay. Marriage is a commitment for life, a relationship like no other in which two people can find and bring out the best in each other. You two have made this commitment to each other today, trusting in your love and the future you wish to share. Marriage is a promise made in the hearts of two people who love each other. It's about having fun and laughing in the joyful times, but supporting each other through the difficult times. It's a sharing of experience. It's a wonderful adventure, and it takes a lifetime to fulfill. Each of you can be there for the other when you most need a friend to turn to, with the confidence that your relationship may overcome whatever the future may bring. All of these things will build a foundation of love and respect for each other for the rest of your lives. My wish for you is that you never lose sight of the love that you clearly have for each other today. May that continue to deepen and grow over the days, months, and years to come. Treat yourselves and each other with respect and remind yourselves often of what brought you together. So now that Kate and Peter have made these very solemn promises to each other in front of you all, their witnesses, family and friends, I'm delighted to announce they are now legally married, and from today, They're husband and wife. May I be the first to congratulate you? And this would now usually be the time where we say, why don't we share a kiss to seal the deal? But you're one step ahead of me. However,
Happy to do another one.
I would normally step out of the way so we can get it captured,
sorry.
and I was in the way. So you're going to have to do it.
Always keen.
Did you get that, Graham?
I did.
You sure?
Excellent.
I tried.
Did I get that? Did you need that?
Plenty of other opportunities, I'm sure.
We're now going to have the official signing of the legal paperwork. So whilst we're doing that, just sit back and listen to the music. We'll be back with you shortly. So I'm going to bring you. What well-behaved guests. Didn't even need calling to attention. The ceremony is now almost over, but before we go, I'd like to invite Una to come forward if she can get her way around. She has a small presentation for you. Don't want to carry that down the aisle. Excellent. The reason I've put you on this side is because you need to have your sword arm free, ready to ward off any would-be suitors who are after your new bride.
Always keen.
They look like a crowd. Sadly, our part in today's celebrations is now over, and Una and I wish you all a wonderful day as you celebrate with Peter and Kate. We trust that you'll give them a celebratory evening to remember. You up for that? Yeah. Excellent. Could I ask you all to stand for one last time as I present to you the new Mr. and Mrs. Greenough. Wait for the music.
No, that's not me. That's not me.
Body combat. I can't remember which one. This is.
Just come to me a little bit. I don't
There we go. Sorry, that's much better than just...
That's evaporation. That's where it gets messy.
What's on the canapes?
Smooth salmon.
Don't punch the next person next to you with him, though. Yes. Yes. And for the camera. Go. Woohoo! And just lower your bouquet just a touch.
That gentleman there, dude.
She won't have it, and she won't take
Nice to meet. And again.
Good to go into the big one. Like this is going to be a handshake. There you go. Sorry, what's happening? Sorry. Close up files.
Love it, look at you guys. Fantastic, well done.
Dancing on the way home, spinning as the day gone. I had knew that I could take it with me, this feeling and the memories of you. Left you on the corner, Robinson and Porter, with my eyes closed. Oh, I could never walk away if I was looking at your face. No, I'd never leave you. love of my life came back to me. Now we're walking down the street. You're putting your arms around me, thinking of all these memories. Our lives are full of days like these. All the lights, they fall on your shoulders. Sun sets the city on fire.
Could I ask you all to be upstanding? Because we are going to welcome our latest bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Greenoff, to the room. Give it up, please. Please take your seats. Thank you very much.
It's all about you. It's all about you. Yesterday you asked something I thought you knew. So I told you it's not.
Right, maybe a good
The crowd have loosened up a bit. I don't think they know the order because it's starting over there, isn't it?
It's all very exciting.
Is it?
Right.
No, he's just prepared.
I kind of feel like you're ready for something. I'm not sure what.
On the
That's
end.
it. We're not. It's just dancing now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So before I start, I just wanted to say, I don't know whether anybody else is saying it, but just in case they don't, we've just had a fantastic meal. I just wanted to put hands together for the catering staff. That was an amazing meal and absolutely wonderful. And also thank you to Jules if she's in earshot. Jules, it's been fantastic. Well done. So the main event. I'm only here to introduce our guest speakers tonight. So I'm very lucky to be able to just stand back very rapidly and hand the microphone across. You can sneak across, nobody will notice. There you go. As I said, nobody noticed. So I think it's probably best if you stay in your seats for the rest of this event. Our first speaker today is going to be, I'm going to be handing the microphone across to Sarah, who would like to say a few well-chosen words. So Sarah, would you like to take your spot over here?
Me? Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I am Sarah. I am the maid of honour. Kate got me up at 5 a.m. this morning. She's worked me hard and I'm absolutely knackered. This morning we was rushing around getting Kate all beautifully ready, as you can see today. And I must admit, I've lost my speech. It's somewhere in the bridal suite, guys, so if you come across it a bit later on, please let me know. Not been bricking it since. So with that, when Kate and Peter first got together, I knew it was, without a doubt, it was going to be them forever. So I put a few notes down thinking, well, this day will come round pretty soon. And 2 years went by, 3 years, 10, and God knows we've lost the rest. And I remembered that I put some notes together. So I called my husband this morning and he grabbed out from the loft one of the notes that I put together. Could you just hold this so I can open it, please?
Some parchment.
It is. It is that. It's a bit dusty. So, back to Kate. So, yeah, me and Kate have been friends for 37 years now. We met in Castle Bromwich Infant School, and let me tell you a trip about when we went to Swanage. So, Kate and... Don't choke, Pete. Kate and Carol and Pete packed up the car, which would be a normal weekend. We'd go away to Swanage. Gaynor and Karen would sit in the back with the dog, and me and Kate were in the boot with a quilt and Carol's cottage pie for the weekend and all the nibbles that would go with it. Kate came across a pack of 6 pickled onion crisps. So we settled down for a long journey, and I was rudely woken up to Kate saying, "I don't feel well." So it put it in stone for me quite quickly that if you can tolerate your best friend throwing up pickled onion crisp sick, you're going to be friends forever. Let me tell you another little story about when Kate and I were younger. We were sitting in the house in Kate's room of Hazelhurst Road, and we was bickering about something very trivial, really minuscule, didn't really matter. And in that I said to Kate, "At least I don't have My Little Pony bed quilt." And her comeback was, "Well, at least I'm not pretty." And she's right, she's not pretty. She's beautiful. In fact, today you look exquisite. So please join me to raise a toast to Kate, our exquisite bride. I'm just trying to get through these old notes. So with my speech, I wanted to focus on the something old, something new, something borrowed and something blue. And Kate's new thing was when she started mentioning the word Peter. Peter this, Peter that. Peter likes red wine like you. Peter likes cheese. Peter like this. I say, I get it. This Peter joined her vocabulary. And speaking of Peter, once he took us away when we went to Route 66. And I remember him saying to us, "Next time I see you girls, I'll see you on CNN News." And whilst we were away on Route 66, on my topic of new, we visited New Mexico. And in New Mexico, we said we would find this beautiful area in the daytime, which was Old Town, New Mexico. If you visited, it's very beautiful. And we said, we'll go back down there for the evening festivals. So we got ourselves ready for the night out, and we travelled in the car with this lady who speaks zero English. So we tried to interpret where we wanted to go. Town, town, town. She said, yeah. We got down there and she said, down there. And we thought that's quite odd that she wouldn't want to take us down to the beautiful old town that we'd visited in the day. But it turned out she'd dropped us down at the downtown Albuquerque, which is not so beautiful late at night. So 2 English girls walking down the streets and thought this is a little bit of a vulnerable area. So we knocked on this bar door and they asked for ID. We opened the hatch and gave them our driving licence. They shut the hatch and kept us waiting, thinking, now we've lost our ID. And a short while after, they opened the hatch and said, you can come in, unbolted these doors and let us sit down. And in that decision, me and Kate discussed and said, we need to make a decision. We need to travel home now, or we could stay for a drink. I said, Kate, this is your choice. And Kate didn't take a second to decide and said, 2 tequilas, please. We drank all night. What was you on? Whiskey sours that Kate never drinks. And the next day she was completely writ off on a 13-hour trip. On my topic of something borrowed, today it's an honour for Kate to be wearing a Turkish gold coin that was given to me by my dad on my wedding day. And thank you to Peter for also letting me borrow the bridal suite last night. Oh, these really are old notes. So something blue. So as maid of honour, I was tasked with doing the hen party, which I think you girls would agree. It was a hen party in history. There was blue sky, blue sea, the perfect weekend with great girls and great fun to be had. We even threw Kate off the top of the Tower Pier. It was on a zip line. She was safe with us. And on that note of something blue, I'd like to give you this £5 towards your honeymoon. Please join me in a toast to Mr. and Mrs. Greenough. Thank you for having me.
Okay. That's full.
Well done, Sarah. That was great. Thank you. Right, in a slight change to the agenda, I think Peter was expecting to go up next, but it's a different Peter that's coming up next. So let me hand over to the father of the bride.
Wow. Thank you.
Has anybody got any diacarms? Ladies and gentlemen, anyone who knows me will know I'm not cut out for making speeches. This is best known as crapping oneself. In fact, the only time I ever get up in front of many people is when I have my guitar around my neck and performing with the band. Then if things go tits up, I can blame all the other members. I just wanted to say, and I'm sure you will all agree, you will never meet you'll never meet a kinder, lovelier couple than Kate and Peter. I'd like to thank them for making me and my wife so very proud today. Thank you, Matt and Dave, for all the organisation, much appreciated. I would also like to thank Oscar, my grandson, who was the ring bearer today. Yay. And the 3 beautiful bridesmaids, Molly and Claire, my granddaughters, and the maid of honour, Sarah, who has been a lifelong friend to Kate and is like our 4th daughter. I wish to thank everyone that have put enormous effort into making today so special. Finally, I'd like to say to Peter, it's about bloody time. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Greenough.
Well done, sir. Well done. Right. The next one. Mr. Greenoff, the floor is yours.
There's a lot of people, isn't there? I do realise. Anyway, first of all, Sarah, thank you for those kind words. Genuinely appreciate it. Pete, you've stolen most of my lives. There you go. I'm sure you are all sitting there thinking about time. What took him so long? But it's going to be great moving forward, as it's been for the last 15 years as well. So thank you. So I won't take too much of your time. A few things traditional to say on this occasion. I just want to thank a few people. But before I do, both my wife and I would like to say a huge thank you to everybody for coming today. It really means the world to us to have so many family and friends with us today. It is very much appreciated, so thank you for that. As I'm sure many of you know, events like this don't just happen. I've clearly been organising this for years, with a little bit of help from Kate. Actually, the other way around. I just did as I was told. Kate's done a fantastic job with many people supporting her and organising this, so thank you very much. So, again, in terms of acknowledgement, Pete and Carol, thank you so much for doing me the honour of allowing me to tell you what daughter's hand in marriage. You've been nothing but supportive throughout our relationship. I really, really genuinely appreciate that. And both from Karen Gaines' point of view, thank you very much for your love and support over the years. It's very much appreciated. Also, Natasha, Harry, my son, my daughter, and my sister Nicola, thank you very much for always being so welcoming to Kate, coming into our family. You've been nothing but supportive all the way through our many happy years together. It is genuinely, genuinely appreciated. I speak for Kate when I say that. Echoing the thoughts in terms of Pete, both from Sarah as maid of honour, the bridesmaids look beautiful today, and I would just like to say thank you to them for keeping Kate very calm on probably a very stressful day, and I'm sure she'll buy you a drink at the bar later.
I've got his credit card.
She's got my credit card. And thank you too to Oscar for looking after the rings today.
Yeah.
Nice representation. So I'd like you to raise your glasses and just join me in a toast to the maid of honour, bridesmaids, and to Oscar. A few other people I'd like to say thank you to. Matt for trying to keep you in order and getting you organised. I'm sure it's like herding cats most of the time, but thank you very much, Matt, much appreciated. To Harry, my son, thank you for finding everybody a seat, making sure everybody had somewhere to sit during the day. Natasha, thank you for the lovely reading, very much appreciated, thank you very much. Another particular thank you to Karen for all the work she's put into the beautiful flowers. It really is appreciated, and I know how much work you put into it, so it's genuinely appreciated from both of us. So thank you very much. And thank you to Lisa for the lovely cake. Having sampled it at some stage earlier on, not this particular cake, but sample size, I'm sure you'll all enjoy it. So thank you, Lucy, much appreciated. I would also like to thank Dave, my best man, but we'll see what happens. We'll come back to that. Unfortunately, there are people who can't be with us on days like today. My mum, unfortunately, is in a care home in Aylesbury. She's got onset dementia. I know if she was here today, she'd love having a couple of fags outside, a couple of vodkas, glory in the loveliness of her grandchildren, and treating me like a 12-year-old. My dad, unfortunately, passed away many, many years ago, but I know equally he would love to have been here today, talking about the rubbish cars I bought over the years, in particular reference to the Fiat Panda, which I'm currently, and enjoying several glasses of red wine and most of the whiskey behind the bar at some stage. So we all have friends and family who carry our hearts on a day like today. So I would ask you all to raise a memory, raise a smile, raise a glass, and raise a toast to absent friends.
Absent friends.
Right, just a couple of quick things. I did a bit of research on what's supposed to make a good marriage and what works in a marriage. And I'm not particularly IT literate, but Mr. Google Internet helped me out on this one. Some of the ideas and some of the thoughts, they vary in terms of quality, let's be fair. But a few of my personal favourites were the following. Immerse yourself in each other's passions. Now, for those of you who know me, my passion is motorsport. Not long after Kate and I had got together, I said to her one day, I'm going to Donington Park this weekend, would you like to come with me? Brief silence, and then the immortal line of, I'd rather break my own nose. I took that as a no. I did ask her again several years later, just make one more effort. I won't say what came out of the mouth, but it's very similar, just a little bit more colourful. So, yeah, that's not one worth thinking about, immerse yourself in each other's passions, because you might as well just enjoy yourself, because that's it. Communication styles is one of my personal favourites. In Kate world, attack is the best form of defence. Two particular references to that. there are a number of occasions, particularly in the early days of our relationship, when Kate seemed to run out of petrol whenever she came over to see me, and I was asked, oh, let's go into Tame for a little ride into Tame. I don't want to go to Tame, I'm quite happy sitting in front of the telly watching the motor race. Oh, let's go into Tame. Halfway into Tame, we run out of petrol, and apparently it's my fault. So I'm walking 3 miles down the road in a pair of flip-flops to buy a fuel can and fuel to put in the car when it wasn't my fault. Not the first and not the last time it's happened, I'm sure. The other particular favourite of mine is a little bit of cooking. Kate likes a bit of cooking, but when it comes to pan etiquette, saucepan etiquette, she can sometimes lose the plot a little bit. On many occasions, she'll start dinner, pick the phone up to either Carol or Sarah or Karen, have a chat, anything you want me to do? No, it's all fine, and then everything boils dry. I think she's trying to say me mad, because I've looked over the years for several saucepans which I thought we had in the house, only to find them buried in the bottom of the rubbish bin. But again, it's always my fault, so that's fine. So I take that one on the chin as well. So communication style, that's another one. This is my personal favourite, and some of you in the room will recognise this one. One of the things they said you should do is join a pub quiz team. Now, I thought this was a really good idea one year, on one of Kate's birthdays, to say, why don't you join my, my team of Brain for Britain experts on my quiz team. Now, Kate decided this wasn't a very good idea, so she set up her own quiz team with Helen, with Tracy, with Karen, with Kathleen and Michelle, and proceeded to beat us on every single occasion. Now, we had a bride vs groom quiz off on Tuesday at the pub, and we didn't do very well, did we, Russ? They didn't drink as much. They didn't drink as much, they did beat us again. So, pub quiz team, that's something I wouldn't recommend that one. Just a couple of final thoughts on it. Say something funny every day. We seem to do that even if we're not trying sometimes, so that's a good one. I quite like that one. Pick your socks up off the floor. I don't do that. Sorry about that, Kate. Don't do that. Be ready to handle a grown-up child. Kate's ready for that most days, particularly when my IT skills are called into question, or I'm on the phone in some random call centre. Don't expect him to remember everything. Best example of that one is, I think, for the first 2 months after we'd set the wedding date, I persisted in telling everybody it was the 23rd of July. So no, I don't remember everything, so I apologise for that one. Take it in turns to load the dishwasher. Kate, don't ever load the dishwasher. You really can get more than 2 plates and a saucepan in there. That's assuming, of course, you can find a saucepan. Finally, never forget the 3 most important words in a marriage. Let's go out. Oh, sorry, I mean, I love you. To be fair, they both apply in equal measures. I'm sure that you all agree, as Pete's alluded to, that Kate was absolutely gorgeous today. So I feel privileged that you said yes to my marriage proposal, despite the length of time. So thank you for your patience more than anything else. The bench where we propose will always carry happy memories for us, and it's somewhere where I'm sure we'll always go back to, reflect and book more holidays and more adventures from. So thank you for that. Kate, you are my love, you are my rock. You've stood by me through some very difficult times and some very, very happy times. You know exactly when to encourage me and push me on, and you know when to give me space. I'm very privileged to have you by my side, so thank you. Now, I know before the hen do, Sarah sent a little note and asked me for one word to describe Kate, and that one word was gorgeous. And it is, and because she's just gorgeous in every way. She's got a wonderful spirit, a wonderful outlook on life, always puts other people first before herself. And I just feel so lucky that I've got you by my side, so thank you. I I still wander around when I look at you talking to friends and family, when I look at you talking to people, I still go, wow, how did I get to be this lucky? So thank you very much. We've had the most amazing journey, and I'm sure we'll have many, many more adventures along the way, so thank you. Right, back to Dave. I've known Dave for over 30 years. His support through both the good times and the difficult times has always been appreciated. Dave, for those of you who don't know, has an opinion on everything. And he's always happy to share it. Sometimes he's just plain wrong, but that doesn't stop him. As I'm sure many of you don't know, and we'll find out to your cost at the bar later on this evening. But anyway, before I hand over to Dave, there's a couple of gifts I wanted to hand out to people. So, again, a huge thank you from both of us for everybody coming along today. Please enjoy the rest of the evening, the celebration. Enjoy the dancing, enjoy the conversations, and enjoy the friendship. Thank you very much on behalf of Kate and myself for just being part of our journey today. It really is appreciated. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest.
No, I've had all my presents. I shouldn't do. Because I had all mine last night in the bedroom. Yeah, it's the morning.
Oh, God.
Yeah, watch my notes.
Right, thank you very much, that's it.
Coffee donut.
Oh, Dave! Dave! There's some excitement over this side.
I know.
The moment that we have all been waiting for. It is only time to introduce Mr. Dave Moore.
Thank you very much. That table. Those speeches were very, very good. So can we just get ready for a flat speech? He's a very charismatic man, isn't he? Mr. Greenoff. That was a great speech. Well done, matey. And the other two. Anyway, so here we go. 6 minutes of dullness. Here we go. So when I first was asked to do this speech, I did my research, and somewhere that it said that the best man's speech should last as long as it takes the groom to make love. So on that note, could we all, and finally, no, seriously, I want to pay tribute to someone who personifies intelligence, ambition, tact, generosity and integrity. But as it's Pete, it's only fair that I talk about him as well. So let's continue. Firstly, it's truly great to be here with everybody. And can I say everybody looks superb today. Look great, especially you, Kate. You look beautiful today. I barely recognised you as you came down. You look lovely. Not that no, well anyway. See, I am able to put my foot in it, as Pete said. Oh, cool. Here we go. It probably will get worse. Let me tell you a little bit about Pete. Pete and I first met over 30 years ago and realised we had a mutual interest in anything with engines and wheels. Pete's historical motor racing knowledge is quite amazing. So the men in the audience will sort of get excited about that, but sorry ladies. We also have a great love of the outdoors, running and hiking, probably more so in our younger days. And this normally finished off with us going to the pub and drinking lots, probably undoing most of the physical benefits of all the exercise that we'd just done. Very often, there'd be music on in the pub. Pete would also often join in, demonstrating his unbelievable ability to play, well, probably just about any instrument. in the air. Sure, we've all witnessed this. Yeah, famously playing a coat stand in a bar for maybe half an hour or so on one occasion. Yeah. Off on it. Yeah, it was in the corner on his own, playing a coat stand. Pete, it's a privilege to be your best man. You've been making noises to me about being your best man for several years now. I think you need to stop this, as I've come to realise that I am, in fact, the best man. Unlike Pete, the best man that I am, for instance, I've never fallen asleep in public places, repeatedly. Give Pete a park bench and he'll be snoring out loud in seconds. Admittedly, this was in your earlier years, but unlike Pete, I've never regularly, you'll know about this, Ian, regularly deposited the contents of the host's dinner or barbecue on their driveway on leaving a party. So for many years, he was known as Pizza Pete. Thankfully, he's cleaned his act up, and this is now a rare sight, so hopefully we won't be witnessing this later on. Thank you. Thank you. Another drive me moment, he's motorcyclists. Unlike Pete, I've never left my house on my motorbike, and at the sight of the first bend, uncontrollably careered off on the wrong side of the parked cars, down the pavement, whilst of course trying to look cool, as if nothing as weird has just happened. Mr. Bean comes to mind. Unlike Pete, I've never got out of my tent on a busy campsite at Le Mans wearing my Rupert the Pear pyjamas and casually strolled off to the showers. Yeah, well, yeah. So plenty on that table. We've witnessed that, haven't we? Very, yeah. I've known Pete now for a long time and enjoyed all sorts of experiences with him, even sharing hotel rooms. Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, now I've lost where I am. Here we go. Found it again. On one occasion, after drinking far too much on a night out in Argentière, Pete suddenly went into one of his dark moments, as he likes to call them, swore a lot, waved his arms around and stormed off. Ian, you can vouch for me for this because you were with me, weren't you? Yeah. Of course, Ian and I, being the caring chaps we are, looked at each other, smiled, and in a rather bemused way, shrugged our shoulders and went for more pop. Later in the evening, or in the early hours of the morning actually, by the time we got back, I arrived back at the hotel room only to find Pete awake with the light on, and yes, you've guessed it, in his Rupert the Bear pyjamas. Sitting up in bed, reading a car magazine, with a look on his face as if to say, "What time do you call this?" The scene really was reminiscent of Morecambe and Wise sketch, and despite being very drunk, there was no way I was going to jump into bed with him with a magazine and make the scene complete. I indeed, and many others here today, know Pete as a complete arse. But I'm here to tell you that this is all a front, and that in fact the man here before you is an extremely caring and conscientious person, and a very good friend who's always been there for me and others at different points in the years. As time goes by and Kate and you are busy with work, travel and family and life in general, you can both know that you have many friends locally and further afield who are here to support you whenever you need it and whatever you need. And there are lots of people in the room here that other friends further afield that I need to speak to later, because Pete is very, very good at talking about these friends that I don't get to see very often. Anyway, on that, and we're finishing now, so God, thank God, the pint. God, yeah. And on that note, as Pete has never gone this long, or you nearly, proved me wrong with the speech you just made, I'm talking, of course, about his speech and nothing else, Kate. Let's raise our glasses once again for the happy couple. And join me in wishing Mr. and Mrs. Greenoff the health and happiness of the world to the newlyweds. Yeah. Jesus Christ, that's over. Here we go, Matt.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, the Dave Moore speech has happened. I hope we've all been satisfied by that. That was phenomenal. Thank you, Dave. We're now going to be joined by the people that really didn't deserve an invite for the entire day. And you've got an invite for this. So please make them feel welcome.
People queuing up.
If you can. The bar is still shut. Let's hope they open it fairly soon. And have a wonderful evening. Thank you very much, everybody.
Did you have to do such a good speech?
Great speech. Thank you.
Brilliant. I know you do a good speech.
Thank you, fans.
Please make some noise for the first dance as a married couple. Give it up for the bride and groom. Trouble's been dogging my soul since the day I was born. Worry just will not seem to leave my mind alone. I've been sad, but I've been sad, come round, I'll be down again. Worry, oh worry. Sometimes I swear it feels like this world is my only friend. I've been saved by you. I've been saved by you. I've been saved by you. She won't let me go. She won't let me go now. She won't let me go. She won't let me go. She give me love and affection. I think I love, I think I love, I think I love, I think I love. She give me love and affection. She give me love. One more time in the party ground! Who's up for a party? Get yourself in the dance floor! 2, 3, 4! That's the Daniel show. It's not lava, it's a dance floor. Here we go. Every time. Thank you very much. Come on! I close my eyes, it's you, and I know now who I am. And I know now. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. The place I go when I'm alone, do anything I want, get all I wanna be, but it's just a secret that I cannot believe I'm falling. Just still going, where you going? Holding close, won't let this go. You catch me, yeah. You catch me when I fall. So welcome back home. You do so much that you don't know. And I know now who I am. Sound just a sad The place I go, sing, I'm alone. Everything I want. It is us I see, and I can't love you. Hey, hey. The place I go, when I'm alone. Everything I want, everything I want to do. It is us I see, and I can't love you. I'm for you. That's my going on. Where are you going? Won't it cost long? Let this go. You catch me, you catch me when I fall. The sun won't come back. How's it? Everything's like paradise. Come on, girl. It's you, it's something that I'm you. I'm gonna hear it from those other boys. Let's go! Everything I have, let's go. You know it's not bad anyway. Everything I have, let's go. You know it's not bad anyway. Paradise, roll on, roll on. Sing it. Meet me up. Roll on. Paradise, roll on. Meet me there. Roll on. Paradise, roll on. Meet me there. Roll on. Paradise, roll on. Meet me there. If it feels like paradise, run through your bloody vision. Anyway,